Hi guys, today we are going to talk about a book which gives us hope and inspiration. It's called When All You Have Is Hope by Franco Day, co-founder of Second Cup coffee chain. Okay, here's the thing guys. Many years ago when I was in Canada, I bought this book from the Chapters in Indigo bookshop. I don't remember who bought it for me actually, but I got it, and it's basically about a guy called Frank O'Day and about his life story. What happens is that Frank O'Day is basically a man who lives in Montreal in the 1970s, and he is victim of sexual assault. He is sexually abused and sexually assaulted by various people over some time. As a result, he becomes so ashamed of himself and so distressed and miserable that he starts drinking alcohol as a result of that abuse that he suffered. And the only thing that he can think about is alcohol, and that's all he can think about. And he starts stealing from his mother and father and brothers and sisters to get alcohol, and he becomes a alcoholic, and he has to suffer a lot because of that. Finally, his father gets tired of him, and he just can't tolerate him stealing money from them and using it for alcohol. He sends him to Toronto. In Toronto, he becomes destitute, living on the degradation on the streets of Toronto. And it's based in the 1970s actually. So what he says is, that was me, the guy begging for money for a bottle of wine and a 50-cent bed in a flop house. I was 30 years away from being named an officer of Canada, 20 years away from marriage and fatherhood, 10 years away from earning my first $1 million, and a week before deciding that I must change or die. He comes to Toronto, and he becomes a destitute living on the streets of Toronto, and he continues to drink alcohol. What happens next is that he does not know what to do. He is in total chaos and his life is total mayhem. He starts begging on the streets of Toronto for food, money, alcohol and stuff like that. And then the good news happens. The good news is that one Christmas night, 2 days before Christmas, sometime before Christmas, he gets the help which he needs. There's a self-help group who finds him and gives him the help he needs. They get him off alcohol and all the psychotic things he's taking, and he gets off the streets and he becomes clean and neat. He quits alcohol and he is supposed to start a new life. After quitting alcohol, his life is turned upside down. He quits alcohol and he then makes a partner, and with his partner he opens a Second Cup coffee chain. You might have heard about the Second Cup coffee chain, which is there around the world, and he is the co-founder of that coffee chain. What happens next is that he meets a woman called Nancy. He falls in love with her and he marries her, and they have 2 children, 2 daughters who live in Ottawa. They have two daughters, and he this is a story for anyone who feels let down in life or feels that they have no hope in life. They should learn from his story that you can do something no matter what. He becomes the founder of Coffee Second Cup, the coffee chain, and then he gets married, has children, and leads a purposeful life and becomes a person who delivers lectures on self-help. This book was amazing, and as a matter of fact, it wasn't even that long. It hardly took me 1 or 2 days to read it. It's over 200 pages long. Anyways, this book was great, man. I loved it. Seriously. Okay, bye.